Hey, hi, hello, how are you? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Mark. How are you? Last episode, if you missed it, we took out 4 withers, which means we can make 4 beacons. We can finally get the lighting done around the temple, but we do have to save one of them to make sure that I can build a Hast II beacon to dig out under the temple, because that is today's goal. I am also missing a pane of glass here, and I have no idea where that could have possibly gone. That's a bit frustrating. I didn't even mean to fall through it. In that split time, I forgot that there was a hole there and then just started walking. What's wrong with me? Don't answer that if you're going to be mean. Now comes the question. Can I remember how you make beacons? I think it's obsidian. And I think it's glass. I think that's all there is to it. I can't believe I remembered where my chests were. Wow, did you see that? I went straight to it. Oh, I'm getting so good at this. Oh, they're... You know, apart from the actual fighting, beacons are actually really easy to make. Class. I need 2 of these. I need a purple, I need a red, and I need a pink. Then I need some iron. That was the best landing you've ever seen, by the way. We're gonna need a lot of iron. And off the top of my head, I know it's 3x3, then 5x5, 7x7, 9x9. So that's what? 9, then 25, then 49, and 81. 164? Which is a lot. That's 70... Oh man, I messed up. I knew what I was doing, and then my thumbs just stopped working. So that there is the full Hast II beacon. Just for a wee second here, we are going to just... Hello, boys. Hi. I'm so angry. So I've recorded 3 clips. You'll have seen them... You might have seen them already. I have filmed the intro, I have filmed me making the beacons, and I filmed me grabbing all the iron for the beacons. All 3 of them at the time seemed okay. I've just gone back there just to check, just out of habit, and all 3 of them have desynced. To actually use them, I have to edit them twice. I have to then link up the audio tracks. I have to mute one of them, blank out one of the pictures on one of them. It just makes everything twice the work, and I still have no idea why. We're on episode 12 now. 8, 9, 10, 11. Some of them desynced, but it was okay. Most of them were fine. But now it's going back to the way it was, where every other one is, or 3 in a row are, and then everything's fine for a wee bit. And it's really stressful, because it's so much easier to just refilm them. But then if I find myself just saying the same thing over and over again, or having to actually go back and in this it doesn't make it natural. It doesn't make it fun, and it feels really forced, and I really don't like doing that. The intro obviously is fine, but with making the beacons, I would have to... Well, I've already made them. You can see them here. I can't really go back and remake them. You're meant to be seeing everything I do as I'm doing it, and just sometimes I can't do that because it just lags out or breaks, or I don't even know how to describe what it is that it's doing. It just doesn't work, and it's really disheartening. Hi there, post-edit Mark here. I'm going to try and showcase everything that has been happening. So this is my desktop. This is the clip that I just recorded. And when I click it, it opens fine. It starts right away, I know it's working. Clips 1, 2, and 3 are all desynced, and they all start in the exact same way. This black screen here, then it'll corrupt, then it'll start. But here, at the 3-second mark, that's actually where the file starts. When I put it into Premiere, it cuts out the black screen and the corruption, but it continues the audio, which is why it desyncs, and this is where all the problems come from. If anybody has experienced this or knows what to do, please let me know. Enough of that nonsense, let's get back to what we're actually doing today. Mainly because the intro to this episode, we could either be on 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or this could be the first clip you see. There is no in between. How much stuff do I have left here? I still have a decent amount of those left. And... nice. Okay, we still have a lot of sand left. I might put in 2 of the beacons now. I can put in 3 and save the 4th to have a big beacon in the middle just for actually building down. Do beacons work? Oh, yeah, they do. So I could put it like above it and that would still be fine, right? I'm assuming that this will work fine. I can't think of a single reason why it wouldn't, but then that's where things get dangerous. Okay, so we're gonna do these ones first. So in my head, we go like that, we go like that, we do that, we put that there, and then we fill these all in like that. So the tops of them, like that, will be flat. Is that what we want? I don't know if I like that being flat, you know? Let me work on a few ideas, and we'll come back. Okay, so there's a few ideas here that we're gonna go over one by one. I'm gonna try and pick a winner. I don't know which ones I like. I might mix and match a couple of them, but We'll see. So obviously here, it's just completely flat. It looks pretty clean, but I'm not sure about having it on the same level as the ring. I think it does need to have some kind of separation. Next, we have it going up just one level. Then we have the alternating just cut into the creeper blocks, which I think looks quite nice. It's pretty simple, it's pretty easy, but I think it does get the job done. Next, we have two different designs because I only have 4 pillars. So we've got having the colored concrete and then either having it mixed in with the blocks or having it here with the half slabs. Or then over here, we just have the creeper face blocks with the half slabs. To create more of a pattern, it kind of brings it all together. So instead of just going straight up, there's a kind of a gradual gradation to it. Casual gradation, does that make sense? Now that I think about it, these would have these on it as well. So that is something that I need to take. I didn't think about that. So we would need to either have it like that, where then the glass block adds an extra layer to it above as well, or we put the glass in that bit there. So where the beacon is, the glass would be there so it doesn't stick out. It really annoys me that beacon lights don't fill in, but that, you can see there, the purple one, is how everything's gonna look. Look at that. I think that's gonna look class. But I don't know which one I prefer. I quite like that one. It incorporates everything. I would prefer stairs. Tell you what, if these were stairs, but there's no, well, there might be a way. I'm just not smart enough to get it like it. I can't get the stairs to make it the corner blocks, because obviously that would need to be a stair and that would need to be a stair. So another design would be to have stairs all the way around, which doesn't look terrible in my opinion. Then we need to decide where we want the glass block on top like that, or have it flat on top like that, or have it completely flat. There's a few ideas. I'm not sure which. Also, yes, I put in all 4 of them just to get the actual idea. I'm going to remove one of them, and then that's how we're going to make the beacon. Don't worry. I currently don't know which one I prefer. I'm slightly leaning towards that one over there, but I don't know if I like having the glass on top like that. So the glass might just be built in like it is on that one and this one here. But we'll get to that in the future. Hi. Parkour. I'm going to do that. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to turn this into a fully filled beacon, and I'll be right back. And suddenly we have Hast II. Did I ever fill in that bit of glass over there? No, I didn't. Where was it? It wasn't top level, so it must have been the next level down. Cool. Yep, still a death trap. Delightful. Of course I hit the cactus. I got 4 bits of gunpowder from him. The beacon is in place. What am I going to do? I'm thinking... This is where the problems come in. I can't talk. It is what it is. This is what I'm thinking. I don't actually know how far down I'm going to go, because I want to have the same kind of system that we have to go into the storage room. So I want the bubble elevators, a down and an up. And we're at Y level 71. So we can go down pretty far. And as long as my creative world doesn't lie to me, there is no maximum distance the bubble elevators will actually work. So I should be able to go down pretty far, still go down, still go up. Is there much point in going down ludicrously far? I'm not so sure. Apart from it just being like a really cool underground base. The further down we go, I then have to decide how we want this here to look. So obviously there'll be a room down the bottom. Do I want to just cover this with glass and then you can see all the way down? Do we want to put different layers of glass all the way down and try and create some kind of void effect? What do we want to do? Hi. These are things I currently don't know the answer to. And I'm hoping that I'll work it out along the way. So saying that, I think it's now time for a super fast time lapse of me just Hast II digging my way down. Do I have any bamboo on me? Of course I don't. How would I get out? I'm glad I thought of this now before I was down a hole. It's also not all just going to be sand and dirt. I'm not prepared for this. I don't know if you could tell. I'm kind of panicking. I'm really stressing out the fact that no matter what I record, I could have to just record it all again. You know what I'm saying? So, let's just cut to the digging. Okay, so far so good. Mumbo Jumbo did a video about the most satisfying things to do in Minecraft. And one of them was to insta-mine, so using an Efficiency V pick with Hast II. And yeah, that was very, very fun. It was very, very satisfying. I don't think it's probably that exciting to watch, even if it is sped up and I put a little bit of music behind it. So what I'm going to do is, now we're at Y level 60, so I've gone down 11 layers. Probably going to hard cut. I'm going to go stick on some Netflix. Oh boy, am I hungry. And I remembered not to talk over it. What you saying? So I'm also going to have to dig out these walls so we can put in some kind of patterns on the walls. Depending on how we're actually going to colorway this place and actually do stuff in here, I still think no matter what we do, these walls will have to have something that isn't just dirt and stone. So they'll probably come out as well. I don't know when I'm going to cut back. I have absolutely no plan. I don't know how far I'm going to go down. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'll see you when I see you. Okay, we're back, and I've been busy. So we now have a 30 deep hole. So this is 71, and down there is 41. That little indent there, I found a zombie spawner, which I don't know how, but I would possibly like to incorporate into this build somehow. I've got an idea in my head, but I don't really know how I'm gonna start making it. The first thing was to build this, and that's a start. I have also dug out all the walls here. The only reason this isn't dug out is because if I do that, the sand disappears. So I've been busy. Some stuff despawned on me, but we got a lot of blocks. From here, I don't know where we go. I don't know what I build next. I don't know what I make it look like. This is where I start to panic. First thing though, I've decided to get rid of the square. I'm gonna build it so it's kind of like this. It's not really a circle. Kind of is, but kind of isn't. It's not exactly symmetrical. I mean, it's definitely symmetrical, but it's not really a circle. You know what I'm trying to say. I'm panicking. I don't know what I'm doing. I think this will look much cooler. Also, this isn't going to be the size of the room, so this is just going to be the size of the tunnel that it takes to get down. And then down there is where we're going to start building. So we'll be knocking in all these walls, and everything will look cool like that. Hopefully. So while I'm trying to think of designs to implement into our nice wee tunnel and to our nice wee base, what I'm going to do to finish off this episode nicely is bring in this. I'm going to bring in the walkway like I said I was going to. That way we can add in these lights, we can bring in the other sources of light, and just overall make it look really nice. I think that's my plan. I don't actually know how I'm going to make it. Everything here is very linear. Is that the right word? Linear. It's all very straight and square. I think that's what I mean. So I'm thinking just extend it there. We're going to cut through this dune here and we're going to like sand off the area. It'll bring there and we're going to bring it all the way around. It might look terrible. I am fully prepared for that. So if it does look terrible, I'm just going to sand it back in and we'll find another way to do it. Another way could be using the sandstone, but then you don't get the differentiation between the actual walkway and the sand. So we'll see how it looks, we'll see what we can do, and hopefully it doesn't look terrible. Hi. So for right now, I am fully aware that this doesn't look great, but it's one of these things where I think once it's done, the before and the after will look cool. I hope. I could be wrong. It's also one of these things like this temple here. Start with a base layer, so I'm just going to make this with a road. I'm going to fill in all the sand, we're going to have it looking back more natural. Then we can work on it. Once we have the base idea, we can add the texture to it. We can add the detail into it, we can make it look class. Just bear with me. Okay, so we've got a little bit of progress, a little bit of terraforming, a little bit of, you know, building. This is pretty much the same. These are pretty much the same. There's a little bit of fine tuning over here. This is slightly new, but we now have this. And again, I'm going to work out what, because I don't think this is going to be sand. So I'm not bothering putting down a floor here. I think the one indent to go with the road, and then you'd go into whatever the actual lead up to here is going to be. I haven't actually done over here yet either, but it's just meant to be something different. I don't know if it's going to come off of here or if I'm just going to link it up there. These are all, again, things that are just kind of in my head. I don't know what they're going to look like. I'm just doing them on the fly. Because, for example, over here, to get to this entrance, it's going to come down here, obviously. Do I just link it to here? Do I have a separate one coming over here? Does then it become too cluttered? I think it's going to be one of the ones that definitely needs fine-tuning. So I'll put in, I think I'll probably just continue it from down here. And then once everything's goes in and everything's built, then I'll decide what I want it to look like and how I want it to actually mesh into everything that's already here. So I think down there, we'll probably get a rework, because there's no point in just having that wee circle there. But I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so the first draft, things still need to be terraformed. I've decided to cut that off. This was definitely going to get changed. This now just looks messy. Everything around here is still kind of looking natural, but now that it definitely has a clear walkway around it, I think it looks quite nice. It might get changed in the future. I can see that happening, but for now, it's the idea that counts, and it's something to work with. In the future, if we don't like these blocks, can you behave, please? In the future, if we don't like these blocks, they get changed, but we have the style we want, we have the size we want, and everything is symmetrical, everything around it looks natural. I like it. I like the way that it's come along. I think it's definitely something we can build on in the future. I think it's quite nice. Another addition I've made. There are now pools of water all around the place. It brings it back to the idea that I didn't want it to be barren. I didn't want it to be horrible. So around here there's life, there's water, the foxes obviously, we've got the cactuses. I'm going to put in other deserty style things. It might be that this is where we have the palm trees. So I was saying that the palm trees are more beach area and they're not really deserty. So over here, they wouldn't be. But maybe beside the water here, they would be. There would be more life. There would be more stuff around it, which I think is exactly what the area needs. And it also provides a nice border that we now know all the area in here is temple area. So if we want to change these blocks to being something, it's not taken away from the desert. They might not necessarily be sand because it's not desert. It's temple area, which I think really helps bring everything together. This hole is still terrifying. I like what we've done. So upon finishing that, I have actually unfortunately ran out of time. I know today's episode has been a bit of a mishmash, that's the word. There we go. I still hope that it's been as exciting as you like. I hope that we've got enough done to warrant you wanting to come back and see more. We've got the hole dug. I've explained everything that's going on with the technical difficulty side of everything. We've got the walkways around it. We've got some more decorating around it. I think it's been quite good. Next episode, we're going to continue. So we'll be building around the outside of it. We'll be adding more lights. We'll be finishing off the terraforming. We'll be starting to take ideas for the tunnel. Next episode might be a creative style episode. Going in, trying to work out what we want to do. If you do have any suggestions, leave a comment. Message me on Twitter or Instagram. Send me a tweet with your ideas for what we can do. I will read all of them, and if they're good, they'll make it into the series. So having said that, and with that being said, if you have enjoyed today's episode, please drop me a like. They definitely help. The more interaction I get, the better it is for getting my videos out there. And seeing as we are starting off, that is exactly what we need. If you are new here and you have really enjoyed what you've seen so far, please feel free to subscribe. I'm making new videos as soon as I can. I'm still managing to stick to my 3-day schedule, but with everything breaking, it's getting tougher, but I'm still doing it because I am really enjoying myself. So, having said that, with that being said, I can't remember if I've said that already, but I'm saying it again anyway. Stay out of trouble, don't do anything I wouldn't do, and I will see everybody later.